And with best in the world out of the way and in the books right now, we are on the road to the UCPW Royal Rumble. Welcome back to another episode of UCPW Smackdown. We are live here in Washington, D.C. in our nation's capital. As always, I am Chris Tracy alongside with my colleague tonight, Nero. It's good to be back here, and I'll tell you what, we got some tremendous action for these folks here tonight.
Yes, it's been a while, but we are back with another huge, hard-hitting episode of UCPW. This is definitely going to be a big one here tonight.
It will, my friends, so let's not waste any more time as we are going to get into some women's action. We will see Maurice taking on Becky Lynch in our first contest. And now, actually, I'd like to make an announcement here. Apparently due to the consequences in the Women's Championship match at Best in the World, Naomi has suffered a torn ACL during her matchup, in which that apparently caused her to vacate the UCPW Women's Championship at this moment. But as for right now, until we head into the Royal Rumble, the UCPW Royal Rumble, we're going to hold a tournament to crown a new women's champion. And that as well is leading up to this first matchup between Maurice and Becky Lynch. And with that being said, huge crowd here in the UCPW arena, and here comes Maurice right here. She's looking on to becoming UCPW Women's Champion. Now, Maurice, we know that she's already, we haven't seen her much here in UCPW, but I don't even know if she has a shot right here. I mean, we haven't seen her much here in the UCPW arena right now, but Maurice right now, maybe she could make a name for herself when she's going up against Becky Lynch.
That is a possibility. Becky Lynch, of course, a tough competitor, a very tough competitor herself. But if you definitely be able to defeat Becky Lynch, no doubt about it, that will definitely make a huge statement to the rest of the UCPW women's division.
And here, speaking of Becky Lynch, here she comes right now, making her way to the ring right now. Becky Lynch, the last kicker. Now, Nero, you have had the acquaintance of having Becky Lynch in GCW in the past few seasons. Tell me what it was like to actually have Becky Lynch in being a part of GCW in the past.
Becky Lynch, everybody, is one of the most fierce competitors that you can get. A former GCW women's champion. A former GCW Women's Champion, the longest reigning GCW Women's Champion. But now she's here in GCW to accomplish better things. And as always, we wish her the best here from GCW.
And that's what she's going to plan on doing, and to kick competition out of the way so that she can get into that Women's Championship. This matchup is underway. Both women are going back and forth with each other in this collar and elbow right here. But right now, Maurice in control right now. Now Maurice, a bit of an Irish whip, huge elbow into the skull of Becky Lynch. Maurice. Now you were a tough competitor like Becky Lynch right here. Tell me of what Maurice would have to do in order to defeat her in this matchup.
Definitely the best way to help defeat Becky Lynch, definitely to be able to stay away from the disarmor, Becky's signature submission. Becky's signature, don't stay away from that disarmor. That's definitely, if you can stay away from that disarmor, you're definitely one step closer to defeating Becky Lynch.
Becky Lynch just now trying to get back in it right here, just planted Maurice onto the mat right now. Maurice in the corner. Oh wait, what's Becky doing on the middle rope right now? She's telling Maurice to get back up. Bit of a kick. Una front drop kick by Becky Lynch. Maurice reversing. Now Maurice has got Becky by the head right now. And now Maurice trying to get in it right. Maurice is trying to get back in it right here. Oh, a bit of a kick into the chest. Oh, and now Becky reversing. Huge tilt-a-world DDT by Becky Lynch, and Maurice is thinking about getting out of there. And now Becky Lynch throwing Maurice into the corner right now. What's Becky doing? A bit of a spring. Looks like she's on the ropes right now. But a huge, a bit working on the arm. That could be a cause of damage on her to almost hit the disarmer right there. She's apparently working on the arm of Maurice right now. Now what's she doing? And dropping Maurice onto the top rope right there. Now Becky getting warmed up right here. Going for the pin already. One. And a 1 count. Maurice kicks out. And now Becky, once again, targeting the arms of Maurice right now. And now Becky, what's she doing? That huge T-bone suplex right there by Becky Lynch. Now all that she has to do is hit the disarmer, and that's all said and done. But Maurice reverses with a huge hurricanrana and a huge kick into the back of Becky Lynch. I think Maurice was going for a bit of a cover right there, but now Becky reverses. And now Maurice is reversing. I don't know, I think, and a bit of a, I don't know what Maurice was doing, but Becky reversed it. Now working on the arms yet again. And now Becky, she's got Maurice right by the middle of the ring. The disarmer connects. Disarmer is connected right now. Is Maurice going to tap out? Can Maurice tap out? And she's tapping out. Becky Lynch is advancing into. And Maurice had no decision to tap out. Had no decision but to tap out. Becky Lynch advances into the tournament. And that just shows right there that Becky Lynch isn't playing any games here when it comes to the UCPW Women's Championship. A tremendous, huge start in the tournament. Congratulations to Becky Lynch winning the first matchup in the tournament. The question is, who's gonna face her in the semifinals? We'll have to find out later on in the tournament. But up next, since we're on the road to the UCPW Royal Rumble, we can't have a Royal Rumble without the Royal Rumble match. So up next, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to see two of the best here in UCPW. Is when we will see in a Rumble qualifying match, when we will see The Rock take on Goldberg up next. Huge crowd right here, but here's a huge reception for this man right here, The Rock, right now. He's getting the UCPW Arena electrified right now. The Rock making his way to the ring now. We know that he and Goldberg are actually going to go one-on-one in this matchup. But do you actually believe that The Rock can actually find a way to defeat Goldberg on heading into this matchup and actually qualify into the UCPW Royal Rumble match?
That is a possibility. The Rock believes that he can do that. Anything is achievable onto the ring. That he can do anything here in UCPW, and definitely, I think The Rock is very confident heading into this matchup.
That could be a possibility, but again, we haven't seen much of The Rock here lately in this season of UCPW, so we never know what to expect by him here in this matchup. And yeah, here comes his opponent. A man who we haven't seen in a while, ever since the whole Best in the World series. We haven't seen this man much. This man, Goldberg. We haven't seen him much. We haven't seen him much in UCPW lately because of the whole, ever since the Best in the World series ended, which was about, I believe, like about a few months ago. But now, Goldberg, maybe he could rebound on trying to get a title opportunity on qualifying for the Rumble match here in this matchup.
It's time for our first match of the night, guys, and it looks like we have quite the contest coming up. And good luck to those who have to follow.
Now there, we've seen Goldberg try to dominate in the UCPW Best in the World series in the past. Do you think that he could probably qualify for this Rumble match? And if he does qualify for the Rumble, what could we expect from Goldberg if he enters the Rumble match?
No about it. Goldberg has definitely been trying. Goldberg has definitely been making it a goal of his to capture that UCPW World Championship. No about it. When that Rumble comes, Goldberg's definitely going to have his head in the game. He's going to be full on doing whatever he can to capture that UCPW World Heavyweight Championship.
And that is right. As my colleague just said, Goldberg's been focusing on that world title, and with the world title, the winner of that Royal Rumble matchup will go on to face whoever the world champion may be at the season finale, which it will be Last Chance. Now, when it comes to the Rumble, it was anybody's game, but let's see on who's gonna qualify when we have The Rock and Goldberg here in this matchup. And this matchup is underway right now. And Goldberg already had a heated start right here. Christian, remember me, John Basil? I don't think so. But I think the name of your channel looks familiar. And now Goldberg okay, The Rock and Goldberg are already going back and forth with each other. I already have to start the matchup right here. But now Goldberg is the one that's been... Oh yeah! Yeah, I remember you now. Yeah, I remember you now. And now Goldberg. Huge powerbomb connecting. Huge powerbomb by Goldberg. Goldberg is, like you said, Nero, he's already focused in this matchup. And now The Rock trying to get back in it right here. Hope The Rock wins this. You never know, Jab. Or John. If it's okay if I call you John, right? Now The Rock trying to get back in it right here. And it went huge, tremendous back suplex. For what it looks like. And now The Rock. Ooh, and huge elbow into the back. Looks like he's going for that same suplex yet again, but Goldberg reverses. And with suplexes of his own, just call me Jab. Okay. And now Goldberg, huge vicious elbows onto the side of The Rock right now. And now Rock reversing yet again. And now huge Russian leg sweep. And now Rock, what's he doing? He's throwing Goldberg into the corner. Now he's putting Goldberg at the top turnbuckle. What could Rock be thinking right here? What's Rock doing? Wait, no, Rock. A huge back suplex off the top. I'm gonna eat dinner and BRB. Okay, Jeff, you know as much. And now The Rock right now, trying to get back in it right here. Now, slowly picking up Goldberg right now. And now Goldberg trying to get back in it right here. And now huge belly to belly. No, The Rock reverses, taking down Goldberg. And now Rock got him on his shoulders. Hey, Ross. Huge Samoan drop by The Rock. Hey, Ross. Good to see you. And now The Rock. He's locking in on Goldberg. Sharpshooter. Sharpshooter is locked in. Can Goldberg reach the ropes? Or someone get out of it? And he does. Goldberg gets out the sharpshooter. And now Rock with a huge DDT. Now Rock saying that he has a plan right now. Oh no, he could be ending it right here. He's gonna be calling for it. Wait a minute. Rock! What are you doing? He just did Goldberg's jackhammer on the Goldberg. Now go for the pin. 1, 2, and Goldberg kicking out. The Rock using Goldberg's own finisher against him. Knew The Rock had the plan after he did that taunt right there, but now still working on Goldberg. Who's next? You never know. And now Rock throwing Goldberg into the turnbuckle and just tossing him. Now what's Rock doing? He's got Goldberg in another submission hold right here. He's got Goldberg in submission to work on the head. And now Goldberg trying to stay. Now Goldberg getting out of it. Could it be a fan? You never know. And now Goldberg, huge. Oh, and a huge boot into the chest. Oh, and a huge kick into the back. Goldberg trying to get back in it right here. I don't know what Goldberg was going for right here, but now Goldberg trying to stay in it. Like a bit of a takedown right there. Now The Rock is on the outside. It's a Hollywood Rock from 2003. And now Goldberg laying waste onto The Rock right now. Just those tremendous punches. Now ref is at count right now. Already at 3. Rock trying to get in, trying to get back in. Now Goldberg throwing The Rock onto the ramp right now.
He's taking a long time to get up, guys. Perhaps playing a little.
Referee's at count of 5. Can both men try and find some way to get back in? The Rock does. The Rock gets back into the ring. Goldberg right now, he's headed back into the ring. And now Goldberg is just taking out The Rock. And going for the pin. 1. And a 1 count, The Rock kicks out. Gotta love Hollywood Rock when he dissed Sacramento, Toronto. Yeah. And now Goldberg with a spear connecting. Goldberg with that tremendous spear. And I think Goldberg could be calling for an end right here. And now Goldberg. And huge jackhammer connecting, going for the pin. 1, 2, and Rock kicks out. You saw in the eyes of Goldberg that he's not playing around. He's not messing around. You just saw in his eyes. But somehow he's figuring out what the heck it's going to take to keep The Rock down. And he feuds with Hurricane. So funny, yeah. And now Rock. He's got Goldberg. What's he doing? Huge elbow into the back of the head. Goldberg reversing right now. And now Goldberg, huge, tremendous strikes into the head. And now Goldberg taking down Rock. He's got him a bit of a hold right here. Doing a bit of damage right now. And now Goldberg, he could be going for another one right here. Goldberg, and a spear connecting. Spear once again by Goldberg. But now what's he doing? He's got The Rock. Oh, wait a minute. And a huge powerbomb connecting. Now he's picking out The Rock. And now he could be going for another one yet again. And a jackhammer connecting. Going for the pin yet again. 1, 2. And Goldberg qualifies to the Rumble match. Goldberg is the first participant in the UCPW Royal Rumble match. Huge victory for this man right here. Wait a minute, what's The Rock doing? Oh, and a respect for both men right there. Rock raising Goldberg's hand right there. I guess The Rock is showing some respect for Goldberg right there. But now Goldberg is going to have a chance to actually get a shot at the world title at the UCPW Royal Rumble match. But now, huge congratulations and respect for both men right there. And now, ladies and gentlemen, up next it is time for our Hardcore Championship action. As we saw back at Best in the World, we saw Aiden English actually make another shocker and actually capture the UCPW Hardcore Championship yet again. And now, we will see him defend the title here tonight. If this was Lesnar versus Goldberg, this would be a star match. I mean, I don't know, that would be a bit interesting of what we'll see here in UCPW. You never know, Ross. Question is, who's gonna face Aiden English? Let's find out. And it looks like it's gonna be Zack Ryder. This could be a bit of a huge opportunity for Ryder right here. Now, we haven't seen much of Zack Ryder lately here in UCPW right here, but you know, if you were Zack Ryder, what could be the possibilities on going into this matchup and actually competing for that Hardcore Championship when the possibilities would be endless?
This is a huge opportunity for Zack Ryder to try to make a name for himself right here in UCPW and capture that UCPW Hardcore Championship. And I think Zack Ryder, he's definitely been focused and he's definitely ready for this opportunity to capture and to become the new UCPW Hardcore Champion.
That could be a possibility. Wait a minute. Sounds like the Ascension is coming out here. I guess one of the Ascensions is going to be representing this matchup, but who's it going to be? And it looks like it's going to be Connor from the Ascension. It's going to be Connor representing the Ascension in this matchup. As we know that the Ascension had a bit of a back and forth matchup at Best in the World with Kurt Angle and the Hardy Boys. But the question is, with the Ascension, with Connor representing the Ascension, can they actually gain the Hardcore Championship after that tremendous matchup back at Best in the World, but sadly lost? We'll have to find out. Like, what could be your opinion that if Connor can actually pick up the win and actually capture the Hardcore Championship, what does this mean for the Ascension right now? Well, that means for the Ascension. That means
that the Ascension can finally have some championship gold around their waist in one form or another, because we all know none of the Ascension have been champions here in UCPW. So no doubt about it, if one of these Ascension can capture a championship, that definitely does bring a little bit of gold and prestige to the Ascension.
And here comes a former Hardcore Champion right now, Lars Sullivan, making his way to the ring right now. Well, we know that we saw Lars trying to go for the Hardcore Championship before in the past, and he won before. And then after he lost it, he's been trying to get it back around his waist. Now, for Lars Sullivan, we know he's been trying to get it back around his waist as of late. We know he's been trying to get it back recently in the past few events, but do you think that Sullivan can actually do it yet again and participate in? You think that Lars Sullivan can do it again and get that Hardcore Championship back around his waist?
When you look at Lars Sullivan compared to the rest competitors, Lars Sullivan definitely has a huge size advantage to his strength, but can he actually capture Hardcore Championship again? We'll have to find out in the ring.
How many participants are in the Rumble? 50? No, technically this will be heading up to 30, so it will just be a 30-man Rumble match with Ross. And yet here comes the current UCPW Hardcore Champion, who actually had the opportunity compete at the pre-show, and we saw him capture that gold yet again. Aiden English actually surpassing a few former hardcore champions and maybe a bit new challengers in that ladder match. But now, with Aiden English having this competition round, now that Aiden has the hardcore championship, what does he have to do in order to actually try and retain that hardcore championship after getting it back at Best in the World?
No doubt about it, if Aiden English wants to keep the hardcore championship, he has to stay on top of the game. That is the best way to keep that championship. Stay on top of your game and eliminate the competition. If Aiden can do that, he will have a pretty decent run as UCPW hardcore champion.
Come on, Christian. That could be. Come on, Christian. We need the greatest Rumble to come to life. And you see right there the hardcore championship rider, Connor, Lars, and Aiden. The hardcore championship's up for grabs. These four men have the opportunity. This matchup is underway. And Lars Sullivan, not wasting any time, just staying out of it, as Connor is already doing some work on Aiden English right now, as apparently it looks like Ryder is doing a bit of damage to Lars Sullivan.
Just listen to them.
Huge knee by Zach Ryder over there by the ramp right now to Lars Sullivan. Now it looks like Connor's doing a bit of work on Aiden by the head. And wait, Connor, a bit, I think I can see right there, I think he just took off, I think he just exposed the turnbuckle, but now I think Ryder is going for the pin right now. One, and no, Lars Sullivan is able to kick out. But I think what we just saw from Connor right there, he exposed the turnbuckle. I think he was going to throw Aiden into it. And now Connor a bit focusing on Ryder, but now Aiden with a huge DDT and Sullivan getting back in with a huge STL right there. The hardcore championship is defended 24/7, of course. And now Aiden reversing, huge German suplex, huge backbreaker by Connor to Zack Ryder. And now focusing on Aiden yet again. And now Ryder with a huge clothesline into the back. Same thing with Aiden, but that was into the front. Lars Sullivan right now. Connor reversing, and now Lars Sullivan reversing. And now Lars Sullivan, he could be focusing on Ryder or Connor right here, but no, apparently Aiden gets back up. Ryder reverses. Huge back suplex by Aiden English, and just dropping Connor onto the gut by Zack Ryder. And now Ryder, I think he tried to go for the dropkick, but Aiden missed right there. And now Connor doing a bit more damage. Ryder still staying in this. He's been doing work right here. And now Aiden run to the action between Connor and Ryder, but now Ryder with a huge neckbreaker. Sullivan. Oh, I think he was going to go for a choke bomb right there, but now Aiden reverses. Huge backbreaker by Aiden English to Sullivan. Connor reverses. And now huge suplex Michinoku driver by Aiden English, but now Connor's trying to get back in it right here. As Aiden, I think he's going to end it again. I think Aiden just hit his finisher or signature right there. Huge elbow, going for the pin. 1, 2, and no, Lars kicks out. And now a bit of knee, no, and Sullivan reverses. And now what's Connor doing? He's got Ryder and just dropping him. And now Aiden hitting with the reverse slam right there. Ryder, 1, and it ain't gonna do it. Is Aiden gonna do it? And Aiden somehow pulling off the impossible and retaining that UCPW Hardcore Championship. Aiden somehow picking up the victory. Ryder a bit missed the kick out right there, but Aiden English is still the UCPW Hardcore Champion. Huge victory here for Aiden English. But now the question is, who could be next? Is anybody's game when it comes to watch out? Because you never know what can happen when you have that hardcore championship around your waist. Huge victory for Aiden English right there. But now, up next, we'll see a bit of Battle Royal action right here, in which the winner of this matchup, we're actually going to see Mankind, Big Boss Man, British Bulldog, Chris Sabin, Kane, and Stone Cold Steve Austin all compete in this Battle Royal, in which the winner of this matchup will be the #1 contender to the Grand Championship and will face Chris Jericho for that title at the UCPW Royal Rumble. It can be defended. Hardcore Championship can be defended in a mall or an airport. It can even be defended in a strip club. Oh, let's not go there, Ross. And now, here comes. And now, this battle royal is going to be underway right now. But now, here comes a former hardcore champion, in which it will be British Bulldog. Now, you know, you had Bulldog over at GCW. Do you think that he can actually pull off the impossible in this battle royal and actually go up against Jericho at the Rumble when the Grand Championship is going to be on the line?
The odds are definitely stacked against the Bulldog, but the Bulldog does believe that he can come out on top in this matchup, and definitely the Bulldog definitely does want to become the UCPW Grand Champion and definitely have a matchup with Chris Jericho. So I definitely think that the Bulldog does have his fighting chance here in this matchup.
And now here comes one half of the formerly Motor City Machine Guns. As you saw last season, we got rid of Alex Shelley, in which here comes Chris Sabin. We haven't seen him much lately here in the past few seasons, but at the same time, Sabin could have the ultimate opportunity here heading into this matchup. But now, the question is, can Sabin actually pull off the impossible heading into this matchup? We never know for sure. But that's the question that he's been asked multiple times heading into this matchup. But now, up next, we have a former hardcore champion and a former grand champion, Bossman right here. Bossman entering this battle royal right here. Now, with Bossman being a former hardcore champion and a former grand champion, do you think that Bossman can actually win this battle royal and achieve that grand championship yet again at the Rumble?
No, but remember, when it came to losing the Great Championship, Bossman lost that title to Jericho. So you know about it, Bossman definitely does want a Grand Championship rematch with Chris Jericho. Definitely wants that chance to regain his Grand Championship back around his waist.
In which we know that if we see Bossman and Jericho face off again at the Rumble, again, those two have a bit of history, so basically it wouldn't be any difference, and maybe we could see a bit of a rewrite history if Bossman can do it yet again. And here comes a former two-time hardcore champion in Kane, in which we know that Kane is a former hardcore champion, but we've seen him go back and forth in the Best in the World series. But with Kane right now, I don't know if he would have the opportunity. I don't know if he could I don't think if Jericho is watching this, and if Kane wins this Battle Royal, I don't think Jericho can stand a chance when it comes to Kane. Like I said, we know that, because we know that Kane is a former two-time hardcore champion. Now, the question is, can he become a future grand champion? We'll have to see if he wins this Battle Royal and actually go on to the Rumble and face off against Jericho for that grand championship. Push the choppers? What choppers are there besides Hawkins? Hey, wait a minute, we haven't seen this man in a while. It is Mankind. Mankind is here in the UCPW arena. We have not seen much of Kane. Well, we saw him in a couple hardcore championship matches, Ross. And Mankind right now, this could be a bit of an opportunity for him. We haven't seen much of Mankind here as of late, but do you think that Mankind can actually achieve the impossible here and actually go up against Jericho at the Rumble? We haven't seen Mankind as much, but do you think that he can improve and achieve the impossible here tonight?
That is certainly possible, that Mankind could definitely be the one to defeat Chris Jericho and possibly win this Battle Royal. As I don't think many people are expecting Mankind to come back here to UCPW tonight after Best in the World. But if there is any time to come back to UCPW, especially with the Rumble coming up, now is the great time to appear here in UCPW.
And yet, here is another man who returned after the Season 3 Superstar shakeup between GCW and UCPW. Stone Cold is here in the arena now with Stone Cold. We haven't seen that much also as of late here in UCPW ever since he returned after defeating Kurt Angle. But now Austin right now, he can have an opportunity right here now. Do you believe? I know we haven't seen much of Stone Cold, and we know we haven't seen him go after the gold as of late here in UCPW, but do you think that Stone Cold can actually go up against Jericho when it comes to that grand championship?
Stone Cold could be a great contender for Chris Jericho and that grand championship. But we'll have to see if Austin can get it done here in this matchup.
And this matchup is underway, as you see right here at the beginning of the matchup. Sabin and Bulldog are actually going back at it. Mankind and Bossman are going back and forth here, and Austin and Kane are going a bit back and forth here. And I think Mankind is going to try to eliminate Bossman. And the way Bossman trying to stay back in it right here. And again, the winner of this matchup will go on to the Rumble and actually face Chris Jericho for that UCPW Grand Championship. And Sabin tried to eliminate Kane, but couldn't be able to. Stone Cold taunting, trying to hype up the UCPW crowd right here, but now Bulldog working on Bossman right here. And Stone Cold and Sabin knocking down Kane. And now Bulldog and Stone Cold are a bit going back and forth here. And now Bulldog with a bit of a clobbers into the back of Stone Cold. Mankind's got Sabin. What could he be going for right here? He's got him on the rope. A bit of a few strikes right there. A bit of a few strikes to Sabin. Bossman tried to eliminate Kane right there. But now Mankind is trying to eliminate Stone Cold. And I think Kane's trying to eliminate Bossman. I think with that sucker punch right there, I think Bossman is probably bleeding out. He's bleeding right now. Austin is staying in this. Bossman is staying in this. Bulldog is trying to stay in this. As you saw, Sabin was trying to eliminate Bulldog. Sabin with a few clobbers into the back of Mankind. And now Sabin. Sabin, what's he doing? He's trying to eliminate Mankind. And with Kane, he's got Bossman and slamming him down onto the mat. And now, I think And I think Saban reversed the big boot, but now Kane reversed with a clothesline. And now Kane, huge drop kick to Mankind. Bulldog's got Saban. And Saban is eliminated by Bulldog. And now Bossman, he could have Stone Cold here. But now, no, Bossman is apparently turning his attentions to Bulldog. And now Stone Cold trying to help out Bossman, trying to eliminate Bulldog. And Bossman and Stone Cold tried, and it didn't work. Bulldog stays in this matchup. And now Stone Cold focusing on Mankind as a huge uppercut to Bulldog. And now Mankind, I think he was going for that huge 30s or something like that right there, but Stone Cold reverses that huge DDT. But now Austin's got Mankind, and you saw Bulldog with a huge suplex to Kane, and and Stone Cold eliminated Mankind. Stone Cold has eliminated Mankind. We're down to 4 right now. And now Bulldog's got Kane. He could be going for an elimination here. And Bulldog. Basically, if you look at it right here, and Austin with the Luthes press on the Bossman. As you look at, oh boy, Bossman. Oh wait, Bulldog's in trouble. Kane. And the choke slam. Bulldog is eliminated. We're down to 3. Kane, Bossman, and Stone Cold. One of these 3 men are going to go to the Rumble and face Jericho. And I think Austin was going to eliminate Bossman. Bossman tossing Kane. And now Bossman, he's got. And now Bossman has eliminated Kane. And now Stone Cold and Bossman have the opportunity right here. When is the Rumble? I don't know, Ross. I know it's in the future. It's in a couple of weeks, but you never know. You never know, Ross. And now. Bossman. Huge swinging neckbreaker. Bossman trying to prove that he wants that Grand Championship back, and he hopes that Jericho is watching this and just tossing Stone Cold. But yeah, Ross, I don't know when the Rumble's gonna be. And now Bossman with a huge sucker punch. And now Stone Cold, he's got Bossman. Bossman, a bit of trouble. Wait, Bossman reverses. Are we going to have a women's Rumble? There's not that many women here in UCPW, Ross. And now Bossman, and wait, Stone Cold reversing right here. And now another Luthes press yet again by Stone Cold. And now working on Bossman right now. Do you think that could be a bit of a strategy of Stone Cold and try and weaken the big man here in this matchup, in which right now currently is Bossman?
That is a possibility. That's a possibility. That is a possibility right now. It's both these two definitely trying to weaken each other out. Maybe that can help ease the elimination, because when you look at it, these two didn't take that much damage in the start of the matchup. So maybe this is possibly their strategy.
A kick into the gut by Stone Cold Steve Austin to Big Bossman. You see right there, Bossman is busted open. Now Austin doing a bit of damage to the head yet again. But Austin's a bit weakened right now. I'm telling on Stephanie for what? Now Bossman, a huge knee into the skull, Stone Cold. And now Bossman. Oh, LOL. And now both men are going back and forth with each other here, but I think Stone Cold, oh, and a bit of a backbreaker. And now Austin, the huge elbow into the head, right into the heart of Bossman. But now what's Stone Cold doing? A bit of a net breaker. Both men are down right now. Both men are giving it all they got right here. Now Austin slowly getting back up right here. Bossman getting back up too. And now, what's Stone Cold doing? He's setting it up. I don't know. Oh, wait a minute. Stone Cold just... I think Stone Cold just did the Bossman's finisher, the Bossman slam. And now Austin trying to play a bit of mind games to Bossman right now. Then now, Stone Cold, Bossman reversing. And now Stone Cold, can he try to eliminate Bossman? Still weakening him at the moment right here. Bossman has been busting open badly. Austin right now is just focusing on the head. I don't think Austin even cares about winning the matchup. He's just focusing on defeat. He's like brutally beating Bossman to a pulp right here. Now he might be going for a pile driver. No, Bossman reversing for a DDT. And now Bossman with a Bossman slam to Stone Cold. And now Bossman, he's got Austin reversing yet again. What's it gonna take to keep both men down? What's it gonna take to win this matchup? And wait, Austin, he could be going for it right here. He could be going for the elimination. And Stone Cold has done it. Stone Cold is going on to the Rumble and face Jericho for the Grand Championship. Austin 316 says, I just whipped your ass. Huge, tremendous back and forth action here in this Battle Royal. But at the end, Stone Cold Steve Austin is the victor in this matchup and will be going on to the Rumble and face Chris Jericho for that Grand Championship. And you now gotta know, in the mind of Jericho, after going back and forth with Bossman, you know, with Jericho, he's gotta be a bit cautious about Stone Cold after this victory. Huge victory for Stone Cold, but maybe this could be his time to actually capture some gold around his waist here in UCPW. But huge congratulations to Stone Cold Steve Austin. As we now know, it will be Stone Cold versus Jericho for the Grand Championship at the Rumble. But up next, we have some tag team action as we will see the current UCPW Tag Team Champions Batista and Randy Orton go up against TM61 up next in this tag team matchup. Yes, what? Jericho heel versus Austin was a great battle back in the day. Yes, CM. What? Why are you cheering for CM Punk, bro? And now, here comes one half of one half of the current tag team champions. That is Batista we know that we saw Beer Money and Batista. We saw Beer Money go up against Batista and Randy for those coveted tag team titles, but at the end, it was a back and forth tag team matchup. But in the end, it ended up in a count out, in which that led to Batista and Randy retaining the tag team titles. Now with Beer Money a bit losing that matchup, what could that mean if they want to get those tag titles back around? If they want to get those tag titles around their waist?
No, about it, Beer Money definitely do want those tag team titles around their waist. Definitely feel like they were kind of screwed out of that tag team title match with that count out. So maybe in possibility we could see a possible rematch between those two down the line. That's in the question. We'll have to see about that.
You see right now Batista taking his time right here, as we are now gonna, and now here comes his tag team partner Randy Orton, built back and forth here in the Best World Series, and now a current the other half of the tag team champions with Batista. As again, like I said, we saw Batista and Randy go up against Beer Money, but in the end it was Beer Money who got the count-out victory. But as you know, the titles can't change hand at a count-out or disqualification, so that means Batista and Randy are still able to hold the tag titles. But now, with Batista and Randy going up against TM61, do you think that TM61 could be a future challenger for those tag titles in the upcoming future in UCPW?
Well, this could be TM1's chance if they could pull off a definite victory over the tag team champions. That definitely has to put them in tag title contention.
And with speaking of TM61, here they come right now. Shane Thorne, Nick Miller, gonna be making their way to the ring right now. There they are right there. And you know, you've had the legs of TM61 over in GCW. Tell me what it's like to have these two tremendous athletes in the GCW arena.
Well, they are, like you said, tremendous athletes. Definitely two high-flying greats, and definitely two technical beasts as well. TM61 are definitely some young guys, definitely trying to prove a point here in UCPW.
And you never know, maybe that could be going after the tag team championships. I see right here, but it's going to start off. I see Shane Thorne is going to start off for TM61. Bit of a collar and elbow right here. Batista already in the control right here. I thought it was CM Punk. Oh, not another CM Punk. Not another Punk. What? Not another count out. Yeah, it was another count out between Beer Money and Batista and Randy for the tag titles at Best in the World Ross. And now, Shane Thorne doing a bit of damage, going into the middle rope. He's telling Batista to get up right now, and now a huge drop kick by TM61. Now Batista trying to get back in here. Now working on the leg right now. And now Batista picking up Shane Thorne right now.
And there's the sidewalk slam.
Going for a bit of a sidewalk slam right there. And now Batista's got Shane Thorne. What could he be going for right here? Almost choked him out on the rope right there, tossed him back. And now Batista going to work on the legs. No, Thorne reverses. And now, oh, and I think Batista, oh, and he went for a bit of a military press drop right there. And now the crowd a bit behind Batista right now. And just slamming Shane Thorne. Now, Now Shane Thorne made the tag to Nick Miller right now, and Miller right now going up against Batista. Batista reverses right there. Sorry there, Miller tried to get in this. Now Batista makes the tag to Randy. Now, if you were Batista and Randy, and you still had those tag titles, you see right here, Nick Miller reversing right here, trying to get back in it for TM61. What could be going through the mind of Batista and Randy, still knowing that they know that they've defended the tag titles at Best of the World and still retained? But the question is, do you think that they still have to worry about beer money, and you never know when they could be back for those tag titles yet again?
I think Beer Money definitely does feel screwed out of their tag team title match with that count out finish that we had at Best in the World. So I wouldn't be surprised if Beer Money somehow got a tag team title rematch down the road in UCPW.
And now Randy going for the pin right now. One count. Miller is able to kick out. And now working on the head of Miller right now. And now Randy stomping away on the arms, legs, and head on the Nick Miller. Any streams tomorrow? I don't think so, Ross. You gotta keep it a bit. You know, keep it flowing. But RKO by Randy Orton. That's busted open. Nick Miller going for the pin right now. 1, 2, and Shane Thorne saves the count. And now Randy focuses. Oh, and okay, Batista. I think he accidentally blindsided Randy Orton by mistake. You folks saw it right there. Batista was going for Shane Thorne. Thorne got out of the ring, and Batista accidentally attacked his own tag team partner right there. Do you know right there, after that attack, you know that Randy Orton's gotta be a bit PO'd after that. And now Batista back into the matchup right here, doing more damage with connected with that huge elbow to Nick Miller. And now Miller, you almost had Batista, and now throwing Miller into the corner. And now throwing Miller. Ooh. And I don't think you even see Batista playing any mind games, as he's going for the spine buster right now. And now picking up Miller. Miller is able to reverse. Tremendous Timo suplex right there. Now Miller pumping up the UCPW crowd right here. And now Miller, huge spine buster connecting. A huge spine buster by Miller, but I think Team M61 are gonna end it right here. They're looking for the finish right here as they go for that vicious Thunder Valley. And now Thorne picking up Batista. A bit wasted time as Randy was in the ring right there. Batista now focusing on both members of TM61. Except Sunday Night Heat. Don't expect it. Now Batista focusing, trying to taunt at the UCPW crowd right here. But now he doesn't realize that Thorne is back up. And now Thorne trying to do a bit of damage. He was going for a neck breaker, but Batista is able to reverse. And Batista, he's going for the finish right here. Batista bomb connecting. And Batista going for the pin right now. 1, 2, and Batista and Randy are picking up the victory. And see right here, Batista and Randy holding those tag team titles. Performance here. Wait a minute, what's going on? What's going on? Oh, hang on. Beer Money is out there. Beer Money taunting at the tag team champions right now. He showed a bit of disrespect right there. And now, Randy is telling them to bring it, and they're proving that they're worthy of tag team championship gold. But apparently, I'm getting the breaking news right now. It will actually be Batista and Randy defend those tag team titles in the rematch against Beer Money for those tag titles at the Royal Rumble. Evolution wins against Jobbers. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our main event of the evening. After that controversial ending that we actually saw in the world title match, the underdog came out on top. Daniel Bryan was victorious in that triple threat action where we saw Edge, Undertaker, and Daniel face off for the world title. We know that Daniel Bryan is the current UCPW World Champion, but the question is, who's going to face him at the Rumble for that world title? And that is what is leading up to this matchup between Edge and Undertaker. These two are going to go at it, and the winner of this matchup will actually go on to the Royal Rumble and face Daniel Bryan for that world title. That action we had so far, and here comes the former World Heavyweight Champion, the Rated R Superstar Edge, or in Ross's case, like he said, the Rated R Superstar Edge. And now, Edge, you know that he had to be a bit screwed over after what happened back at Best in the World. Now, with him going up against Undertaker, do you think that Edge can actually have the ultimate opportunity and actually trying to capture of what he did not lose, that title that he apparently lost to Daniel Bryan, and you think that he wants to get his revenge on Daniel Bryan at the Rumble? With Edge, you know that he's got to have the ultimate opportunity here. And now,
you know what about it, you gotta know that Edge wants to be the UCPW World Champion once again. Definitely, especially after the way that the Best in the World ended with Daniel Bryan winning the World Championship. You know, Edge is definitely out to regain the championship.
And here comes one of the most popular superstars here in UCPW, in which that is the Undertaker. We've been seeing him back and forth here in UCPW. We saw him compete in the Best of World Series. We saw him win the Joker's Wild Rumble, and now he's gonna try and get the opportunity that he apparently claims that he deserves, in which will be that world title at the Rumble. Now, do you think with Daniel Bryan, if he's looking into the eyes of Undertaker, we could possibly be seeing a rematch of what we saw back at Bash at the Beach at the Rumble?
That is definitely a possibility. There's no doubt about it. Undertaker definitely does want to become the UCPW World Champion. But if there's one thing Undertaker's not been able to do this season in UCPW, that is defeat Daniel Bryan. And definitely, Undertaker definitely does want to prove to himself that he can defeat Daniel Bryan.
Well, like I said, that could be a possibility, but like I said, we could possibly see a rematch of what happened back at Bash at the Beach, but this time for the world title if Undertaker wins. Bring Paul Bearer to UCPW. In which, speaking of the Royal Rumble, in which we know that the UCPW side is having the Rumble, but you guys do not want to miss the controversy that's going on over at GCW when they're going to have their Rumble in the upcoming few weeks. And with Undertaker right now, looking focused as of late right now. Edge, you know, he's gonna be a bit worried, but you know, at the same time, Edge wants that opportunity. And with the same time, Undertaker, knowing that he wants the opportunity that he wants ever since he defeated Bobby Roode when he had the world title. And that's what's leading up to this matchup. The ultimate opportunity is going to be up for grabs. One of these two men is going to face Dan Bryan for that world title. Let's find out who it is as this matchup is on the way. As Undertaker right now already starting off. And now, Taker slowly trying to beat up Edge, but Edge is right now trying to, both these men are already going back and forth with each other. Edge has Undertaker by the head right now. Huge elbow into the back. And now, Edge trying to clobber away at Undertaker right here. Irish whip. And now, Edge, Irish whip at Undertaker yet again. A big boot into the skull of Undertaker. Undertaker needs Paul Bearer and the urn. And now, Undertaker reversing Edge right here. Edge reversing now as well. Now he's got Taker. Oh wait, Taker reversing. He had him on. Edge had Taker on his shoulders, but now Undertaker trying to get back at it. Ooh, and that huge face plant right there. Careful, we can't afford for Undertaker to get a concussion. Huge toss suplex right there. Now Taker taunting right now to UCPW crowd. A huge knee into the skull. And now Undertaker. And now Taker's got Edge into the corner right now. What could he be going for right here? And now just striking away with that huge clobber into the chest. Now striking away. Now Edge reversing. Huge knee. Clothesline by Edge. Taking out Undertaker. And a huge elbow. Edge trying to get back in it. Now just clobbering away at the skull of Undertaker right now. And now Edge slowly picking up Undertaker. And now he's got him in the corner. And a DDT connecting by Undertaker. Now just stomping away at Edge right now. Undertaker. Oh wait, Taker. Taker. Choke slam by the Undertaker to Edge. And now Taker. Hell's Gate. Hell's Gate is locked in. Is Edge going to tap out? We know he's right by the ropes. Wait, Edge. He's getting out of it. Wait a minute. Powerbomb. A reversing powerbomb by Edge. Getting out the submission right there. And now another elbow. And now Edge. The implant and DDT connecting. The pin on Undertaker. 1, 2, and Undertaker is able to kick out. Now what's Edge doing? An elbow into the back of the Undertaker. What's Edge doing? Undertaker reversing. Edge. The Northern Light suplex right there. Oh boy. Edge heading into the corner. This could be an end right here. This could be an end. Edge set it up. Spear! Spear by Edge! Spear by Edge! Go! Edge! A bit dazed right now after that spear. Undertaker is the only superstar to have 4 finishers. And now, Edge apparently taking his time right now. He could have had the pin right there if he pinned Undertaker after that spear, but now just doing more damage to Undertaker. What is Edge trying to prove out here in this matchup right now?
Edge probably knows that spear might not be enough to put the Undertaker away, so he probably doesn't want to waste that pinfall when he could be taking more time to try to maybe damage the Undertaker.
Which you saw right there, Edge went for the pin right there, but Undertaker was able to kick out. Edge a kick into the back. And now Edge pick up Taker. Taker taking Edge off his feet. And Taker taunting right now in the middle of the ring right there. And now he's got Edge. And now throwing him into the corner. And now Taker could be getting back in it right here. And Taker, you snake eyes into the turnbuckle. A big boo, and now a leg drop by The Undertaker connecting. And now Taker picking up Edge. People are chanting, you still got going for a chokeslam. Edge reversing into a huge DDT. Edge staying in this. Another Impaler DDT. Busting open Undertaker. That second Impaler DDT connected, but it busted open Undertaker for another DDT. And you hear the crowd right now, they're chanting for Undertaker. You see the blood just spewing away on the head of Undertaker. Another DDT. Edge going for the pin right now. 1, 2, and Undertaker somehow having enough energy to stay in this matchup. And now Edge taunting at the UCPW crowd yet again. Undertaker crawling to get back up right now. Edge showing a bit of disrespect by kicking him. And Edge poisoning away, not like this. A second spear connected. And no, once again, taking his time with Undertaker as Taker reverses. Thought this was a PG show. And now Taker staying in this somehow. Huge suplex, no. Edge reverses with a suplex of his own. And now Edge. Wait a minute, Taker dropping Edge right now. And now Taker, what's he doing? Straight punch. And now Taker's got Edge by the throat. Chokeslam yet again. And now Undertaker just stomping away at Edge. Now picking up Edge right now. Edge with a reversing with a huge knee. Now going for the pin on Undertaker. 1, 2, and Undertaker kicks out. And now drop kick into the back of the Undertaker. And the third Impaler DDT connecting. Edge showing no respect to the Undertaker right now. It's gone busted open. 3 Impaler DDTs, 2 spears. Undertaker's getting back in it right here though. And Taker, he's got Edge. This is gonna be enough. Tombstone pile driver. Tombstone connecting, going for the pin. Oh, it's a rope break. Edge. And now Edge going for an end right here. A third spear connecting. Undertaker, is he gonna have enough? Going for the pin. 1, 2, and Undertaker kicking out of a third spear. What's it gonna take to keep Undertaker down? And now Edge. Undertaker reversing yet again. And now Taker. Undertaker. He's got him. He's got Edge. And the last ride by Undertaker. Going for the pin. 1, 2, and a 2 count. Edge kicks out. And now Taker taking down the straps. He's looking for an end right here. And Taker, a second tombstone pile driver. Going for the pin right now. 1, 2, and how is Edge? How did Edge able to kick out? That was measly a 1. Edge and Taker going back and forth with each other. Going for the pin after that shoulder. 1, 2, and 2. And Undertaker kicks out. 2.99999. And now both men know what's at stake right now. Like I said, they have the ultimate opportunity to face off at to take on Daniel Bryan at the Rumble for that world title. So both men know what's at stake. Undertaker, he's got Edge at the top turnbuckle. What's he doing? Taker A huge suplex off the middle rope. And now Taker, it looks like he's going for a pin after that. 1, 2, and Edge is able to kick out. And now, Undertaker trying to weaken Edge by the neck. Now Taker going to the middle rope. He's telling Edge to get up. What's he doing right here? He went for a double axe handle. Edge reverses. Undertaker reverses. And now Undertaker yet again going for a second last ride. And it connects. Undertaker right now picking up Edge. I think he was going to go for a backbreaker, but now Edge reversing. Taker throwing Edge out. And now the referee is starting to count. And now Undertaker slowly picking up Edge. Throwing him into the barricade right there. And now Taker dropping Edge on to the barricade. Now referee is out. Count of 4 right now. Both men at Barrett get back into the ring. Edge reverses right there. Undertaker throwing Edge into that LED turnbuckle pole. Referee is at count of 7 right now. Undertaker throwing Edge back into the ring. And now Undertaker going for a pin yet again. 1, 2, and no, Edge is kicked down. And Undertaker, he could be going for it. He could be finishing it right here. Undertaker. And a third tombstone pile driver. Goodness, do it right here. 1, 2, and Edge kicking out. And Undertaker going for work on the head yet again. And now Taker slowly picking up Edge, clobbering away. Edge reverses right here. And Edge out of nowhere with a 4th spear. Going for the pin. 1, 2, and Edge is going to the Rumble. And Edge, shockingly, going to the Rumble and facing off against Daniel Bryan. Undertaker's back up. Edge showing the respect right here. And the respect he gets by the Undertaker. Tremendous action by both men right here. And this ends up as Edge being the victor in this, being the winner in this matchup. And now we know Daniel Bryan is gonna go up against Edge at the Rumble. I want to thank everybody. That's gonna do for this episode. I want to thank everybody for watching. If you enjoyed the matches that we witnessed, like what we just saw in our main event, leave a like and comment down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done already, so you don't miss a single action of UCPW in the upcoming future. Updates, I'll probably do, you know, as you know, more GNW Adrenaline in the next few features. Don't forget to look at the next episode coming soon. More UCPW action. We're going to be heading to the UCPW Rumble, more qualifying matches, the continuation of the Women's Championship Tournament, and you guys don't want to miss what's happening on my colleague's side over at GCW. He's going to be heading to his Rumble event. You don't want to miss that on his channel in the near future. I mean, you guys say, you want to say anything of what's going to be happening over at the Rumble, Nero?
Be prepared for that. It's going to be in a couple weeks time. GCW is going to be doing our GCW Royal Rumble. It's going to be big. It's going to be a big night. Of course, you definitely don't want to miss out on that. But most importantly, you definitely don't want to miss out on the UCPW Rumble too. That's very important too. Don't want to miss out on both Rumbles. You'll see GCW and UCPW stars in both Rumbles. It's definitely going to be a classic. It's definitely going to be a classic So you definitely don't want to miss out on those.
Well, you just heard right there, both competitors from GCW and UCPW colliding in both GCW and UCPW Rumbles. You guys don't want to miss both of our Rumbles in the near future. So shouts out to Ross and Jab for appearing earlier. And shouts out to everybody who appears on the stream or anybody who watches the videos after. You guys are true MVPs. We'll see you guys next time. Peace out.